Welcome back to Blue Planet War in Heaven here on for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. We are going into the 4th Dreamscape. We were in a conditioning session and an alarm went off. Not a drill, urgent. Kovacs doesn't have the face for practical jokes, so I followed him. It was a memorial service. The alarm was for a funeral. An undercover operator from Conda team was killed in a firefight on Europa. No body, of course, but you know, there hardly ever is. We gathered around the number 8 heatsink manifold. I felt like an ass out in the crowd in my gym clothes, but nobody cared. We're all equipment. One by one, we put our hands up on the heatsink wall. We left a little layer of human grease and it burnt black. A carbon memorial for Conda 3. Kovacs, I said, won't the Dreamscape just bleed the grief away? Yes, he said. That's why we have the alarm. That's why we have to do it fast. He's too put together for the Fedayeen, I think. And then I remember, they're the ones who put him back together. If you prefer to return the action, you leave the Dreamscape immediately, la-da-da. Primary objectives: obtain information or awaken. Alright, well, we start out with Thorn right in front of us, so the model we fear. What is Shambhala? Oh yeah. Fuck it, it's impossible. I quit. Okay, try again. That's the spirit. It's starting to feel like we're making real progress here. Does it? We kind of got sidetracked. Second Fleet lost a frigate yesterday, and the Tevs nuked Phobos Surveillance Command. Then it's time to kill more Tevs. Al-Dawa is meeting with Admiral Calder today. They're planning a joint op which may allow us to inflict serious damage. One of the biggest blows of the war if all goes well. Make sure I'm in on it. Do your analysts have any idea what the target will be? The Carthage hasn't been pulled out of theater, too badly damaged to transit the node. Yes, we have an idea, and no, you don't get to know. I'm busy factoring the repercussions of your decision to have the Custodan habitat into our 30-year plan for the Gefs. Their responsiveness is going to change. I did what I thought was appropriate. Hey Thorn, why don't you and the other analyst geeks ever come out of your little fortress? I just see you in briefings. We're the heart of the Fedayeen. We need to get you to the intelligence and mission profiles you need to do your job. If you've been paying any attention, you know the stakes of this war are high. Where do the Fedayeen come from anyway? I hear these things. You can believe the legends if you like. I'm not sure I do, but Nagari interference in human behavior goes back a long way, before we even met the Shivans. Maybe somebody got worried about it, even back before we had spaceflight. Aliens screwing with us. I like it better when the Shivans just glass planets. The Nagari heavy lifting, someone else handles that. Open question as to who's more dangerous. Let me know when you got something solid on that big op, and let's hope the Imperius doesn't turn up this time. The Imperius is busy playing deterrent to the Heiress. I like how it was just vague enough about what our decision was at the Custodan cell that the dialogue would fit no matter what we did. You should really see this proxy code, Max. It's a bad you. The Hood is holding Artemis Station right now. Oh, the Hood, eh? What's the Atreus doing? I'll look and I know you'll watch. The Imperius is busy playing the Heiress. Fighter engagements near Mars have been fierce, and another class of pilots mostly dead. Alright. Let's go see what the crazies are up to. Boston Nioroi Bansa Oi. Huh. Hey you, been a while. Want to meet and talk about Conda? I know I did my best. I couldn't have stopped it. These viral weapons you supplied are getting a lot of use. Tell me more. Many of our engineers worked on the software used to operate Alliance warships. Vulnerabilities were discovered. Backdoors were in place. It's my understanding that shipboard systems are both encrypted and hardened against outside input. How do you get around that? Any complex system can be cracked, Terran, especially when our agents in the design teams leave vulnerabilities in the sensor or comm software. So far, we managed to disable gas miner safety, shut down AWACS, and crash battle nets. What else can you do? Alliance systems are already immune to the viral weapons we have deployed so far. Only 2 varieties remain, Set 771 and Set 845. One is meant to cripple Sentry Neural Net AIs, the other to hamper shipboard fire control. So our genie's out of wishes. Fair enough. Your supply of intelligence alone is still enough to justify this alliance. That, too, may be coming to an end. Steele has given his GTVA contacts broad authority to hunt down and purge our agents. Ironically, Admiral Rakamai's intervention is the only thing that has saved our network. He distrusts Steele. But this is the price we pay. Your Federation is of no interest to us, but you, Terran, you are pivotal to our design. A chosen one of you, if you favor such terms, or simply a Shatterpoint. I'm no chosen one, and I don't believe in destiny. Things happen because we make them happen. Your elders and your Cassandra simulate the future. So do we. Whether you view yourself as acting out of destiny or shaping your own path, you are critical. Can you not see a grand design? Do you not understand the games that have been played with our species since before we even had the written word? We were candidates for a great purpose. We have failed, and so we must burn. You're not lonely, you turned it off. Never needed much in the first place, V. Alright. You're new. The Greenfly cell. What are you? Oh, you're Falconer. Another loose end tied up the way I wanted. You owe me an apology. You're right, I do. I've been thinking, and I wonder if you're the answer to a very old question. So you're another convert to the notion that I'm not just insane, not just hearing things? This isn't about Nagari, it's about the nature of Fedayeen morality. I've always argued that we need to be perfect killers to do our jobs, and a perfect killer can't have a past, just the now. So the woman of action, the one who sneered at introspection and philosophy, you're actually an intellectual? You startle me, Falconer. Shut up, flower girl. Here's the truth I think I see in you. You're an algorithm. Everything that gets put into you, love, hate, despair, hope, it all just makes you a better killer. Don't you see, if your past doesn't scar you, there's no need to show off your humanity. You can experience pain, remorse, regret, and still be trusted to do the job. I don't know what you're trying to tell me, but I'm glad we're back to icy glares instead of outright hostility. Powerful satisfaction. Every action is the vector sum of your history. I thought that was deadwood. You're dripping on us, Kovacs. If you look at your past as data instead of thrust, that's powerful. Ged or Sparrowhawk. So we have 2 new people. Although I want to handle her. Huh, did a gift tumble down the rabbit hole into our little menagerie? Costed and McDuff gone, the dinosaur extinct, all those people free at last, let's take yourself uncaged and needy. I'll pass them. She's dreaming, not aware of us at all. I'm here to listen, gather intel on Geth reactions to your last mission. I thought the Dreamscape required implants, networking protocols. She's a second-generation post-human, Greenfly cell. Cloned, engineered, and augmented for cometary life. Her brain is designed for networking, and by some accident or experience she's Nagari capable. We can hear her. Ubuntu spared them. The little baselines crowded in like rats. Backwards, primitive. Might have been mercy to kill. No, not their fault. Ubuntu spared Custoden. Saved Custoden. Could be we're as wrong of them as they are of us. Could be. Different destinies, different species, but maybe not enemies. Greenfly. I used to think the guests were all like Custoden, ego-crazed cultists, but they've been out there in the cold so long, she makes me wonder how much the rest of them had changed. Greenfly isn't Greenleaf, Grief. Greenfly isn't Greenleaf. They don't know that. Do they know that? Foundries, vats, kind of the same. Make the ships, make me. Do you know what I love most about the Tez? We'll be like seeds, a dandelion sky, out into the dark. I do. You hate that they value your skills. Post-hate, post-rage. No willing prey. Open like a trap. Alright, Aldawa is closer. We must open him to her. Okay. Thorn, your bleeding noise. So the guy in effort rage we've been beating back all these years were just costed in cell? There are other cells that raid the Federation, Greenleaf and Bloody March, but the majority of Geth cells has splintered away from the late McDuff's agenda. Doesn't it bother you to have a game comet-dwelling, radically post-human spacefarers living on your doorstep? The Council of Elders believes that the post-human wing of the guy in effort represents insurance for human survival. Even if our worlds are lost, the Geths may survive and spread. They have to know that the Tevs will clamp down on them if they retake Sol. Can we pull them into the war on our side? This is a possibility that was explored. Federation intelligence traded weapons to many cells, including Kostadin, in exchange for military effort, but they were unreliable and ultimately treacherous. Maybe with Kostadin out of the way, we can reach the more distant cells and convince them of the threat, but it's not enough, is it? Damn it, how do we win this war? The Council has an in-state contingency for conditional victory. I'm not privy to the details. Hendrickson was. But from the moment the 14th arrived, the Council has been playing a long game. I begged them for the chance to jump in Sarai through the node and antimatter bomb Beta Aquile on the first day of the war, but they will not go to the lengths I will. Oh boy. Were I concerned with principle instead of ends, I would still oppose the GTVA. Unilateral preemptive invasion is wasteful. The Alliance believes it can manage a human threat with military force. Their own history exposes the lie. Even now I wonder, how does the Council plan to win the war when they consider military victory a failure? What kind of success could possibly satisfy their standards? An excellent question! Alright. Alright, Kovacs. That last stop was a pretty impressive piece of strategic threat reduction. Getting Kostadin cell out from under the Federation's feet will free up resources. It's a victory any way I look at it. I've had this feeling that losing this war means human extinction. I've had it for a long time. Al-Dawa seems to share the feeling. By feeling, you mean creepy voice in your head, right? Secrets out. There's probably a Cassandra division working on your DNI data 24/7. But why? How can the Federation be so important to the future of the human race? We can't stop the Shivans with economic incentives. Al-Dawa has a plan to find out. Your Nagari symptoms are unique. We're going to leverage that. 2215, Falconer? Okay. Oh, it's a date. It's a time, I mean. It's not a date. There are a lot of other Geth habitats out there. Let's hope none of them take this as a declaration of war. That's all you got to say. Alright. See, we've done Falconer. We need to... Falconer contains Falconer. We need to go see Vidaura. And then make our usual run for the gates. The first Nagari came to manifest well before Riviera Station. GT, I thought they were Shivan intrusions. We're not so sure. I hate to... Doesn't really make me feel like just a call about the fate of tens of thousands of lives, does it? Your unconscious heuristics serve how researchers... It was a choice that had to be made. I hope I made the right one now. Don't make me think about it, please. I'm past second thoughts and somewhere into 6 by now. Fair is fair. As first stories go, yours have been waiting. I've been involved in habitat takedowns before, but those were usually military workshops or intrusion ballistics, not primaries. It's funny, back in Fleet, the Fedayeen were just a dark murmur. Now I'm here, and we do laundry, we scrub things, we bunk 3/4 banality and 1/4 ultra-violence. That's the way it always is. Until Cassandra starts flying our ships, the core strategic element will be the human being. So I keep them functioning, aligned, calibrated, on target. So you're here before Kovacs and Falconer, weren't you? Maybe someday you'll have to tell me about who they were before. Thanks for talking, Vidaura. You make a difference. People say the Fedayeen don't suffer moral failure. Maybe, but leave no variable uncontrolled. I like that face you make when you're concentrating. Okay. Look at that. We should play basketball again. Got our asses kicked, but hey. Kovacs, Qatar hunting unusual emissions near Solus Locus. Alright. So we get a reporter command. She's on restricted right, have to preserve structure. Someone here wants my eyes on something. It's me, I need a Delta template off of you. You stink of blood and fear. Where are you? Are you in Saul, daughter of the sea? Or are you some ancient Ak lost in the network, come to gift me madness? That's all he's got to say. Now let's go say hello to Ricardo Laporte. They must be out of random things to say, because they're not saying them now.
Beta Wing on station and swapping designation to Alpha Wing. Yeah, you should probably hide.
Yeah, it's always the same.
Command, once again you have surrounded me with fuckwits.
Alright, friendly ships. Aldo awake. Ricardo Laporte. Ricardo Laporte. Where's the message log? I always forget. Messages. There it is. Kovacs. Qatar hunting unusual emissions near Solus Locus. Falconer. Tulwar operating turncoat cell in occupied Saturn orbitals. Thorn, I have no bulletins at this time. Vidaura, Araval retasking for PsyOps against node fortifications. I don't trust an analyst who won't socialize with me. I get everything I need from surveillance, Falconer. I don't need the bootstrap teleonomies, Aldawa. Of course, your own techniques will suffice. Kovacs, can we get Laporte a command skill set? Kovacs, she's on restricted right. Have to preserve the structure. Someone in here wants my eyes on something. It's me. I need to Delta a template off of you. Get someone online to challenge my hypothesis on Laporte. In about 20 minutes, they run out of dialogue. Well, no. Aldawa, no suitable challengers. You were the most skeptical. Alright. Let's punch it.
You deaf bastards come to bomb my planet? But you don't know what you are getting yourselves into, huh? My sister here, you have messed with Noemi Laporte. Is she going to stain you Mars brown with her poop? I hear a marker ship for you so you know where the smell come from. Hang on a sec. Is Alpha... This is not a touchscreen? Hang on a sec. Hey, fucking engineers. Hey, you devs, you hold on a sec, I gotta call support. Some asshole has scratched my paint job. Hey, Noemi! Hey, your wingman, Kara Nangbang, she tell me you have a date? A date with a real person, yeah? Yes, this is amazing! Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, hey, but you know, you're going to screw this up, okay? So, you take my advice, you do what I say, and we make it work, okay? So, you want to look real nice for your date, right? Yeah, well, you need all the help you can get, so of course you do. So, you take the brown paper bag I give you because I plan ahead. You take the brown paper bag I give you for your birthday last week, okay? Okay, you put it on your head, and you don't say nothing the whole time. Can you do this? This is your best chance, okay? Can you do this? One moment. I must replenish my pew-pew.
is at the end of Ricardo Laporte's lines. Alright. I guess so. So we've been pretty close getting back over here. Warp out for mission prep. Alright, so we are going to train for the mission, but that will be the next video up in about... I have no idea how long we've actually been in here. That counter is off because the time compressed so much. But it'll be up at 9:30, and this goes up at 9 o'clock, and this goes up at 8:30. So probably in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So this has been the 4th Dreamscape for Blue Planet War in Heaven for Freespace 2 here on Paladin Gaming. This is Paladin Gaming signing off.